The World Affairs Challenge is a creative, academic competition in global affairs for middle and high school students. The program engages the creative energies of young people as they research and analyze the issues facing the world today. Students develop their skills in teamwork, leadership, and critical thinking, all the while developing their communication and creativity skills. Students spend anywhere from a few weeks to a few months getting ready for this day. It's a student-run and student-oriented activity that touches youth on a very deep level.
We did an example of what's really going on in Cambodia.
So it was really neat learning about what they're doing to fix the results of the genocide.
People dying, it resorts to economical problems.
Our presentation was on Palestine and Israel and the background knowledge that came from Muslims in the club and other associations really helped us in our project.
I actually focused on how the history itself developed to the current situation that is present in Palestine and how ironic it is in the way how Palestine used to be in control and now Israel is more dominant.
Here we are talking about global leadership and working together with the rest of the world, and we're experiencing the same things in our classroom.
I think for a couple reasons our interest in the rest of the world matters. One, because pretty much everything that happens around the world affects us here at home. You can see that in the debate over climate change, over immigration policy, over war and peace. So I think as Americans we should take an interest in the rest of the world because we are no longer able, even if we once were, to isolate ourselves.
In this 21st century economy, companies are looking for these kinds of people to help them grow and innovate.
It's important for our youth, it's important for adults today to understand what is happening in the world and how, when something happens in one part of the world, how that impacts other parts of the world and ultimately impacts us in our local community and it impacts us individually.
And I felt it was very important that the students start thinking outside of their very protected shell that they are usually raised in here in North America.
There are also activities that mix students from different schools into new teams, challenging them to really listen to each other and work together.
So he interfaced with someone back in America, and we actually got donations started, and that's how this learning center in Bottom Bank, Cambodia gives food stipends to the children and their families so they actually don't have to help out in the fields and their assistance isn't needed and they can go to school.
So it was such a cool experience for me to see our efforts in action, you know, and to watch us actually get to make a difference in the lives of these kids that are on the other side of the world.
So the interesting thing is going out and learning about all these things that are happening and then trying to take action, finding all the little things you can possibly do.
So I just think it's just such a cool opportunity, you know, like most people think like, oh, you know, you have to go to college to do that. No, I'm doing it in 8th grade.
Seeing these students expand their horizons is inspirational to everyone involved.
This makes my day.
And it's really fun to see these kids and their ideas and get them involved in global issues, and I think it's very important for education.
They're sharpening their skills, and I think that's great. I think these students have sharp minds, and they're only going to become sharper by the end of the day. And my hope for them is that they also find ways to connect their skills to their story, because I think so many of the students in this room bring stories from across the globe, bring stories from neighborhoods that don't get heard from. And I think if they combine their story and their skills, then they can be incredibly powerful leaders.
Every year you have kids who really care about the world and care about other people. And so I just like this as an extension for those kids to really dive into it and have the opportunity for them to think critically.
For me to see this young group of kids really getting involved in these kind of ways, it makes me feel better about some of those statistics that, you know, all hope is not lost. You know, creating real hope and change for the future, and that excites me.
So it's very refreshing to see them and see their enthusiasm, and gives us some hope and optimism for the future.
If you're interested in learning more about the World Affairs Challenge, please contact us. It's not just about a financial commitment. It's about expanding the knowledge and understanding of people who will end up becoming part of your workforce. Join the World Affairs Challenge today.